Welcome back to the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2020 tournament. We've got Dota from Microsoft versus Tangoes from Amazon today. This is a week 7 game, so still going to be played on patch 7.26. That was 2 patches ago as of today. Today's recording. It's a Tuesday night, so it's time for some budget White Claw while we get into this draft. And I already spilled some on myself. That was pretty embarrassing. A first ban PL. This is pretty bold. I'd say it's a good hero still. I actually think it's a pretty good hero in the meta right now. It's although in this patch, gold was reduced by 10% across the board, so it seems like it favors heroes who scale with levels more than those that get stronger through items. And PLers definitely needs a lot of items to start farming, although he can beat most offlaners in a 1v1 once he hits level 6. So if your other lane is really strong, you can force some rotations to the other lane and let PL have a 1v1 with the offlaner. He does pretty well against most of them, which is, I think, part of the reason why this hero is so strong. Like, you can win these 1v1s without items. You can't join team fights, obviously, but you know, Diffusal is not too far down the road. It's a pretty cheap item for how much of a power spike it is for PL. Batrider and Timbersaw, they banned this when we played them as well. I guess they really don't want to deal with these heroes. The spoiler alert is that my team played Tangoes in the week 8 game, which I will get to at some point. I gotta finish these week 7 games first. Next week is gonna be rough. It's gonna be the playoffs, and there are 8 games that are 8 matches that are best of 3, so potentially 24 games to cast in a week. I barely have enough time to cast 7, and so 24 is going to be pretty crazy. I guess my strategy will probably be I'll probably fall behind a little bit until maybe like the round of 4 finishes, and like at least like I will try my best to get everything done before the grand final day. It sounds like we're gonna get a professional caster to cast on grand final day. I'll probably do my own thing still, but it's just for posterity's sake. So we'll see who it might be. There's some memes about BSJ, some memes about Slacks. That'd be pretty funny. I think BSJ would be pretty funny. We had Lyrical cast the finals last year, I remember. So we'll see. This banning phase is taking forever. Already going to reserve time on Tangoes. The Naga Siren banned out. I think Dumphouse has played that pretty well before.
10 seconds to pick. 5 seconds remain.
Nyx is still a really good hero, even though his laning sucks a lot. He really sucks in lane. I think in the latest patch that came out today, Nyx could be really strong, since they made changes to like towers giving regen, like pulling being really important now. Alright, Mars gonna be the final bet here. I think this hero is still one of the best right now. I wish someone on my team could play Mars. You know, David, Kasim, if you're listening, can you practice some Mars, please?
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Yeah, this first pick also taking a long time. Maybe we'll see something really obnoxious. I think I want to see something like a bit bold. I don't want to see like I think Dota is the one who keeps trying these like team fight lineups. Let me see what we have. Dota Yeah, it seems like they've been going for these like team fight combos a lot. Like they've picked Faceless Void 3 times, Snapfire as well, Tide Hunter. Picked a lot of team fight heroes. Tusk gonna be the pickup for high on Tangoes. This hero it feels really strong right now. I don't know. I feel like the Walrus Punch just does such an insane amount of damage early on. Like, I'm not even a good Tusk player, but it feels so easy to get these kills. You just hit W, and then you press E, and then you hit people. Like, it's just so simple.
5 seconds remaining.
It's very strong in a tri-lane as well, if that's something you want to explore. Mars is banned out already. Okay, Lich gonna be the pick. I mean, if these two lane together in a tri-lane, like, it's gonna be kills all over the place. This is such a strong support duo. We don't see tri-lanes that often. I'm not really too sure why, to be honest. I guess it's like there's a lot of value in like getting deny still. Although that changed today. That was interesting change. So in this patch, denies give gold, but in today's latest patch, they no longer give gold, and the XP you deny is higher. What I saw was we're back to 6.88. Like the deny mechanic is back. You know, there was like a time where if you denied a creep, you got experience, then you got gold, and now it's like just none of that. So maybe we'll see tri-lanes come back, but that's for the playoff week. It's gonna be this Saturday, round of 16. Shakiro gonna be the other pickup here. No, I really don't like having two position 5s. Like, both of these heroes can like be position 4s. Like they'll do fine in position 4, but like you could just have a Tusk or like an Ember Spirit or like an Earth Spirit or like Tiny. Like you could just have one of those heroes that like is super fast paced, tons of initiation, not one of these like squishy spellcasters. And I mean, Snapfire and Jakiro, they're not that squishy, but they definitely are spellcasters. Every time I do this, like, it just doesn't work. There was a time when like this was the meta, like you just pick like two spellcaster heroes. Like I remember when Skywrath and Zeus were really popular. Even Crystal Maiden. I think Crystal Maiden is probably really good as a position 4 right now. It's probably the best role for her. And then you have like I don't know, but like I'm still not big on this like having two like squishy like position 5 supports. Meepo banned out for Dota DOS. Yep, I know Unknown's played a pretty mean Meepo in the past. Quap gonna be the ban for High on Tangoes. I think Quap is gonna be really strong in this patch, just because of the XP not being nerfed, but gold was.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to
What kind of offlane goes wrong? They're gonna go with Centaur. This isn't the strongest offlane with Tusk, but you know, once you pop Retaliate, like it really hurts when you get tag teamed as well. So once Tusk hits level 2, I could definitely see there being a decent amount of kill potential. I think you probably want to put the Snapfire against the Tusk so you can cookie your allies out of the shards, but that's like surprisingly difficult to execute. You know, you click near the exit of the middle of the shards, but then you accidentally click over and then your character turns around to try and walk around the shards and you get cookied the wrong way. It's definitely not simple. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. A lot of the times the best thing to do is just to hit S and then get cookied out. Just stand still and let your ally save you. Don't bother like trying to run.
10 seconds to pick.
Bristleback, the pickup here.
5 seconds. Hurry.
I'm actually not a big fan of Bristleback without the coddle right now. It feels like very codependent. Actually, like I feel like Bristleback carry is really underrated. Like there's a few teams professionally that run it, and it just every time it just looks unstoppable. You just get like, you know, ancient stacks for free, and then like you just snowball very quickly on this hero. And then with the coddle, it's like it's super strong. Troll Warlord, the pickup here to try and deal with this Bristleback. They don't really have that many stuns to stop this troll right now, and they're also very sustained damage focused. At least Jakira and Bristleback do a lot of sustained damage instead of burst. Snapfire has a decent amount of burst, but it's still over a pretty long period of time with the ultimate. So nothing is really stopping this troll from getting his ultimate off right now. I think this is kind of a big problem for Microsoft. Sure. I mean, it's unfortunate that they banned the PL. I think that could do really well. They're going to pick Faceless Void here. So there's the lockdown they need to stop this troll from ulting. And they don't really have a whole lot to help the troll in the chrono other than the Frost Shield, which is like fairly effective. But this Faceless Void is probably going to go for like Mask of Madness Maelstrom. So you're going to get tons of procs between the Time Lock and the Chain Lightning. And it's the Frost Shield's not going to help you against that. If it's on the edge of the chrono, maybe Tusk can make like some gunty play with the snowball save. Actually, maybe you could go for an Aether Lens, and then that'll... Does that work with snowball? I don't know if that works. Like you just like you have a bit more cast range to pull people in.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Interesting. It seems unclear. I didn't find anything on the wiki about it. That could be like the next level play. We probably won't see it. I feel like it can work. Alright, let's ignore that conjecture. Rays are going to be the final pick here. Very good hero against the troll. So Tangoes, they're going to have to pick another core. They do have the Centaur to try and use the Stampede to break away from the Link. So probably going to be God Gamer Bob Ross on the Razor. We've seen him play that before. He's played it okay. I mean, it's not too difficult to play Razor. You just link people. You just have to make sure you don't get cocky and dive too deep. So that's why they banned the sniper. They would, I feel like they actually would do okay against the sniper, but they want to give Razor a good matchup, so I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Razor would actually get crushed by sniper in lane, and OD going to be the final ban for high on Tangoes. The OD would present a lot of issues for their team right now, because they're pretty low mana except the Lich. Troll being one of the worst, and Morphling going to be the final pick here, and this is a pretty fantastic Morphling game. You still link, you can become Faceless Void and get Time Walk. That's pretty sweet. The E-Blade is great for bursting down Faceless Void because he doesn't actually build that many strength items. So we see this like Mask of Madness Maelstrom build, which I think he's probably going to go for. He's gonna get blown up by this morph once the E-Blade comes online, so it's a pretty scary Void game. It's a stanky danky. I think no, Dota'Dos's lineup seems kind of difficult to execute. Like, they don't have a reliable way to start the fight, right? It seems like they have to open with Chrono, because Hero's probably not going to get yours for a while, and even if you get yours, it's like they have so much time to prepare. I think this is a really hard game for Microsoft. They've got this Void Snapfire combo, but I think it's like literally just the Faceless Void that they can start fights with. I feel like this is a big problem with the Bristleback offlane in my experience. But let's introduce the teams real quick. On the side of Microsoft, Dota'Dos, we got God Gamer Bob Ross on the Razor, Andrew on the Snapfire, Stanky Danky on the Faceless Void, Flaming Panda on the Bristleback, and iHerya on the Jakiro. On the side of Amazon High and Tangoes, we got Dumb Pubs on the Troll, Unknown on the Morphling, Serial Killer on the Lich, Just Pwned on the Tusk, and Smokey Knowlton on the Centaur. So, pretty normal lanes coming out. I think this Bristleback needs to get really big. Morph crashed. This Bristleback needs to like try and take over this game, right? Like, basically he needs to become so big that the other team just can't ignore him, and then he like tries to, you know, put pressure on the towers and force a bad engagement and have this Faceless Void counter initiate. That kind of seems like the best game plan right now, but I don't necessarily think it's a great one, because like Troll does a ton of damage, Morph does a ton of burst damage with the E-Blade, so it's not the easiest Bristleback game. He could go... I don't really know what he should go for. The Halberd sounds nice. They probably need some aura items, but none of them feel that good. Probably the Pipe is the best one, because it negates a lot of Lich's damage and eventually Morph's damage as well, so that's a pretty cheeky from Angie there. So maybe we're looking at like a Pipe Halberd. He's got a phase boost queued up, so you're trying to get a little bit of extra armor there.
Well, I tried. 30 seconds.
I mean, Lich does a lot of damage as well in this lane. This is not going to be the easiest lane for Bristle, I think. At least pre-level 4, I think. Maybe even level 2. He might be okay with just the Bristleback level 1, and some of Dumb Pub's picked it up. Serial Killer's in a ton of trouble, and the level 1 Snot as well. This Lich is dead. Alright, this is what I like seeing. This goo got buffed so hard. It's 12 mana now at level 1 compared to this 35. I think it used to be 24 at all levels, and now it's like super cheap, and there was nothing that Lich could really do about it. He just got slowed to the point where he couldn't run anymore. Although Flame Panda did take a lot of damage. Is he just gonna cut the wave? He's looking for a courier, it seems like. They don't really have the best heroes to snipe courier with. Wait, what's going on here? Is Flaming Panda taking the farm? Why did he leave? Alright, well, this isn't the easiest Razor lane. Morph has a ton of base damage, and he can always waveform out of the static link, so I think Unknown should have a pretty good game in this mid lane. And bot lane, yeah, I'm not really seeing this Tusk Centaur getting really any kills here. They've got the Time Walk on Faceless Void, so you can't Time Walk out of that, and they've got the Cookie eventually at level 2. Interesting that Snapfire went for the Lil Shredder at level 1. I don't see this anymore, not since like week 1 of Snapfire. I think just the Scatter Blast with lower cooldown is a lot better, and they have nerfed it a lot as well. Flaming Panda goes down at top. He's getting wrecked. What's happening in this lane? Well, it seems like for Microsoft, they really need this bot lane to go well. Maybe Faceless Void, he needs to like be very active with his oh, bash. Spanky Knowlton taking a lot of damage, gets the stomp and pops the Retaliate as well. 13 stacks. I think he should probably maybe look to trade with the Faceless Void a little bit. He still has a little bit of time left. The Retaliate's gonna run out now, so not much is happening. Flaming Panda, he didn't skill Bristleback at level 2, so not gonna get any damage mitigation yet. I would be a little bit concerned for him if he skilled Quill Spray again at level 3, because I think he really needs his damage mitigation. Shakiro in a lot of trouble here, not gonna end up dying, but taking a lot of harass there. And this troll's doing it by himself. The Lich wasn't even there. It's definitely not an easy lane for Flaming Panda anymore. Alright, it's up to Stanky Danky this game. I think he's got to make his chronos count. Like, as soon as they're off cooldown, they need to just like smoke up and go with it to try and get probably the rest of his team back in the game. Like, Flaming Panda is having a bit of a rough game. Actually not doing too much worse than the Centaur, but it feels a little bit rougher. He already died once, and he never won that as Bristleback. He went for the level 2 Quill Spray. Gonna try and kill this Lich here, but it's gonna work out. The Frost Shield comes out now with the Whirling Axes. Lots of slows coming in here. Dump Pumps, he's looking for a root, but isn't gonna get. A Frost Blast comes out, and one more hit should do it. Gets the kill on Flaming Panda. A second death for this Bristleback, and Jakiro also getting low. I feel like he should have dual breath there. I don't remember seeing one of those. Haste found on Razor. Is he gonna die at this Morph? Morph's a higher level, just by virtue of getting 12 denies on top of this Razor's 2. So this base damage coming in handy for the Morph. 66 versus 100. This is a very hard lane for the Razor. Oh. Bash on to the Tusk. I mean, Faceless Void isn't doing that well either. He's only got 12 last hits. Here goes, takes out the Lich, but Flaming Panda's in trouble again. Another death for this Bristleback. And I don't think the Shakiro actually be able to kill this troll. Alright, 5-minute bounty runes. Seems like it's going to be 2 for 2, but Shakiro probably doesn't want to leave the lane. Alright, we'll leave the lane now. Pick up the bounty runes. Oh man, Flaming Panda's gonna walk back to the lane as well. This game is, I think his game is pretty over, to be honest. Alright, Andrew gets really low at bot. Tusk is making his way mid. He could potentially kill this Razor. The snowball comes in now. Plasma Field gonna get blocked the Razor in, but no follow-up damage there. Razor actually didn't have enough mana for it. I guess he has Mango, so it's fine. Serial Killer gonna get chased down by Flaming Panda. Seems like the train is gonna be there. Dump Pumps is going to take out Jakiro first, and it can they get this Lich here? Seems like Lich is gonna die, but in the meantime, Flaming Panda, he's in a lot of trouble. Dump Pumps, he doesn't care at all. The root comes out, but not gonna go for any more. It seems like no more mana for a Whirling Axes. Actually has stick charges though, so should have enough for both. And the slow comes out. The blind is not gonna come out. Switches to the range form. Panda forced to burn us south. This troll is level 6 against a level 4 Bristleback. This is pretty rough, and I don't know how they can kill this troll anymore if he has ulti, but actually he's getting run out now, and no points in Ice Path yet. Jakira's only level 4. So, oh, big long TP to the tower. Gets him killed. Lich TP'd in first, so made Trolls TP longer, and now they're gonna get more. Lich is in a ton of trouble. He just TP'd back into the lane. Wow, they're actually doing a work in this lane now. A double kill for Flaming Panda. He's actually on a killing spree. He killed the Lich twice in that one engagement. Holy crap. I guess Flaming Panda, he's still not quite level 6, but I mean that's a really big boost to his game. He's actually caught up to the Centaur now. Oh, Razor goes down mid Tusk with a rotation. A level 2 tag team does a pretty big chunk of damage. And Morph hits pretty fast with all that agility. He actually went for a trade. He actually won the trade against Razor's Static Link.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
I mean, this is the counter, right? Like, even if you get Static Link, you just Static Link him right back, and doesn't really matter. Suddenly, neither of you can attack. Alright, Stampede comes out. They're gonna chase Anju here, get the kill. Smoky Knowlton, he's still got 13 Retaliate sacks. Thanky Dinky doesn't want to mess with him. The Time Walk is still available. Snowball comes out. We'll be able to Time Walk out of this. No. Well, the Chrono as well, but he chronoed the tower, so he's not going to get the tower shots. And that's bad. They really need to make these chronospheres count. They're kind of behind already 2k behind. Not even 10 minutes into the game. So, not getting anything with that first chrono is a big deal. Tusk is coming back mid. He's almost level 5, so we're gonna have that level 3 tag team soon. And if Morph gets his haste rune, this Razor's for sure dead. I don't see any way for this Razor to survive. Never mind, Tusk is gonna take the rune, and gonna look for mid. He's still got half the duration left. Alright, he's coming in now. The Snowball comes in, but he got Game of Bob Ross in a little bit of trouble. Gonna dodge the Static Link straight away with the haste. But they don't have Snowball again. I think the cooldown it's a little bit longer on the Snowball. Just gonna annoy this Razor a little bit. And oh, Smoky Knowlton actually goes down at bot. This is a very interesting snap fight, but I don't think I've seen this one before. I mean, Little Shredder does become pretty good, but as a support, you're not usually looking to right-click, stand still and right-click, right? You want to cast your spells and, like, you know, walk around the fight.
Invisibility.
That's why I'm not the biggest fan of Little Shredder as like to level early on. Alright, well, the chrono is 50 seconds, but Smoky Knowlton just zoning this baseless point out of the lane completely. And Morph is showing up to steal some of Razor's farm, but he can just morph into the Razor and then outrun him. I don't think there's a whole lot Razor can do about it. Broom handle picked up by the troll, so it's a nice bonus for him. Get that extra armor and 12 damage as well. Another Stampede comes out. Looks like Jakira is going to be the first to die here, but Smoky Knowlton ends up dying as well. A timer comes out, just pwned. He could be in a bit of trouble. They don't have enough mana for any more spells on the Snapfire, so it looks like Just Pwn will be... Oh, he walks into a bash. It's a double bash. Another bash comes out, and the Chrono, for good measure, is going to kill the Tusk for it.
Double kill.
Oh man, the triple bash, the double bash into a bash, that was nuts. Alright, well, Razor pops his ultimate and the static link, so steals a pretty decent chunk of damage from the morph there. Delpubs has shown up in mid. Not really sure why. Seems like he's left this Bristleback alone. And the Serial Killer is not going to be able to deal with this Bristleback alone. In fact, Serial Killer is still level 6. They have reduced the gold lead down to 1k, so I feel like these pretty big moves made already. Stanky Danky taking a lot of trouble, damage from this Retaliate, and he needs to be careful. A bash comes out, snowball, and he dies. Spinning Stanky Danky, oh, that gets killed by the Warrior's Punch, and this Tusk is level 8 now. Holy crap, when did that happen? And Morph can back up this Tusk if he wants. Can take this outpost for now. I think another big problem is like who's going to build the Spirit Vessel against this Morphling? Seems like Bristleback's going to go for a oh, Chain Frost comes out. Got Game of Bob Russ and I Hear You both get taken out here. Double kill for Serial Killer. That feels really good when you get like a perfect Chain Frost like that. Yeah, I mean no one on this team is going to buy a Spirit Vessel, it seems like, and they're up against a Morphling. This is not great. Don't really see Jakiro as like a Spirit Vessel kind of hero. I'm sure it's possible, but you really want to use Snapfire, cloned by the Morph and the Snowball, but it's a little bit late. Andrew actually walks back into it, and now he's gonna die. Gets the ult off. That's actually a big waste of an ult. Stanky Danky doesn't have his ultimate. The Ice Path is going to miss onto the Tusky, and they don't have the damage to take him out. Morphling in the meantime, he's still got a waveform. He's just gonna get out of there. That was really bad. They wasted the Snapfire ulti, so they're not gonna have the Chrono combo anymore. They haven't needed it to get pickoffs, but if they want to take a full-on team fight at this tower, which tactically, this is usually not the tower you want to take, but they also have Bristleback making a lot of space at top, so they have to choose. This Centaur alone won't be able to stop the Bristleback, so they need to stand at least 2 to 3 heroes, probably 3, to deal with this Bristleback. So they will get this tower on the side of Microsoft. This is a pretty good move for them, but Bristleback's going to feed his life here. Gets snowballed on. The Chrono comes out, but the Strength Morph already started. He's out of Strength to Morph though, Agility to Morph, so if they can finish him off, but they're not going to be able to. Troll shows up now. The Macropire has expired. They should be able to get this tower still, even though they used all of their ultimates, and they didn't get any kills out of it, which doesn't feel great, to be honest. Getting Chrono this really long cooldown, 160 seconds at all levels now, and you can't buy Ags anymore to lower the cooldown. I actually think the new Axe is so much better. Like it's crazy. It's a 6-second AoE time lock proc, so free bash. Alright. Bounties for the 50-minute mark gonna be 4, going the way of high on Tangoes.
Gold is a great conductor.
Drum's gonna be the item of choice on the Razor. Oh.
Regeneration.
But also going for phase boost. I don't think we see drums that often. Oh, Stanky Danky dies at bot. Did he just get netted? How did he die? Alright, I like this a lot. Maelstrom on the Troll, so nice balance between farming and fighting. And Flaming Panther, he could be in some trouble. The Sinister Gaze comes out. They don't have the mana for the Chain Frost though, but he's getting surrounded maybe? Wow, Courier almost goes down to the Quill Spray, and Flaming Panther just walks out of there. Meanwhile, mid lane, Razor gets Warrior's Punch. He's gonna get blown up. The cookie, not enough to save him. Faith of Swain also gonna go for his own Maelstrom. Actually, Troll's gonna go for a Battle Fury. What am I saying? He's got the Perseverance and Broadsword. They changed the recipe, so it's not a Demon Edge anymore. I think it's actually a little bit more expensive now. 1,000. So it used to be 2200 for the Demon Edge, and now, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. Tusk. I think it's a pretty good Spirit Vessel game. This isn't the new Spirit Vessel. This isn't a patch with the new Spirit Vessel. The new Spirit Vessel was amazing. The aura... There's an aura that reduces the health regen, and then the active reduces it even more. But this will just be the old Spirit Vessel for this patch. Still very good against the Faceless Void. Time Walk is not very effective after you get Spirit Vessel. Snowball in, gonna chase God Gamer Bob Ross again. A nice snowball catch. Will catch God Gamer Bob Ross, and he's in a lot of trouble. The Chain Frost comes out as well, and Jakira's also going to die here. And Amazon, they're starting to run away with this game a little bit. And there's 7k gold ahead now. And I mean, they still have the team fight on the side of Microsoft. It's not impossible, but it's pretty improbable. They don't have the damage to kill both the Morphling and the Troll and the Chrono, and both of these heroes outside of the Chronosphere, they're just gonna wreck face. There's no way you're gonna kill either of them. Morph can just, you know, morph strength, and Troll has his ultimate. So both heroes gonna be pretty difficult to kill. Not to mention that they're already quite far ahead of the enemy cores on the Bristleback, and this Razor is in the dumpster. He is almost as poor as the Tusk. We say Tusk is almost as rich as the Razor. So definitely a very difficult game for God Gamer Bob Ross. Alright, well, bot lane, Stinky Danky, Time Walks out of that gank. Let's see, how's Centaur doing? He's got his blink now. Picked it up not too long ago. Doesn't try to make a smoke play for it, but doesn't feel like he's in a rush to do it, honestly. Like, his team is doing really well. They're probably gonna wait for this Morph E-Blade. I'm not sure if we've seen the Yasha that much. It's like a farming Yasha, but like, wouldn't you rather just get the E-Blade after the Morbid Bust? You definitely want the Morbid Bust to stay at full HP while you jungle. But I don't know about the Yasha, to be honest. Alright, they're gonna look for this Snowball. They might have the damage to kill this Bristleback here. And Snowball comes through now. They have the shards, nice shards from the Tusk here. And there's no follow-up yet, but they do have the tower nearby. No one's TPing yet. Flaming Panda, he's taking a lot of damage, but also just walking out of there, and he will survive this gank. So just not having the damage to take out this Bristle. I mean, he's got a Solar Crescent Flame. He wants more. He's coming back in, but Flaming Panda, he takes a ton of damage. It's getting really low. The 20-minute bounty runes come up now. And God Gamer Bob Ross is going to pick up the first one. The Stampede is popped now. The hero in a ton of trouble. Going to get run down, but this Morph gets stuck a little bit in no man's land. Finally gets stopped by Smoky Knowlton here. And Tusk in the meantime on the flank, trying to cut the retreat off. Dump Hubs gets zapped by the Razor, but has to break the link straight away because the Troll with a haste running at him. And nobody ends up dying there, but Flaming Panda got pretty close. I'm very curious to see what is going to go next. It's going to be a BKB. Trying to just be that pesky frontliner, and I kind of feel like he is doing his role with these items, but again, who's going to build the Spirit Vessel? Alright, Tusk getting run down here. Hero has nothing, Snapfire has even less. Maybe Razor can build it? It's going to be very late. And I guess one of the good things about old Spirit Vessel, it still gives move speed. And this is also the boots percentage move speed patch. So going to be amped up more by the phase boost plus the unstable current. So this, I wouldn't hate to see Razor build a Spirit Vessel here. Alright, let's see. They're gonna go for a smoke. They'll probably find the Centaur here, but is this a worthy kill? I don't know if they want to blow the chrono for it. The time walk forward, Bash comes out, the ice path is gonna miss, but the Stampede popped and he's still gonna die. That was probably the best outcome for Microsoft. They didn't get they didn't spend the chrono, and they got the kill, and they spent Stampede on the side of Amazon as well. So you gotta be really happy if you're that. And they can potentially take this tower as well once the Bristle moves in here. They have the siege creep as well. It's gonna be a tower trade at the very least. No, wait, they're not going for the tower. I think the right move is to go for the tower here. You've got the siege creep. Troll does take it very fast. He's gonna TP back, maybe just drop a macro pie and leave. That's usually the play here. And Scan comes out. They think there's more heroes, but Jakiro now in a lot of trouble, gets Morris punched and instantly killed. Not able to drop the macro pie in time, and this is really bad now. The fort does come out. There's no fort on the side of Amazon, so maybe they will be able to trade towers. Oh, this is really scary. 3 heroes TPing back now. If you're Microsoft, you have to run. A time walk out will dodge the Centaur Stomp. So it seems like they're going to be able to get out of here. There's no Stampede available for 20 seconds. A snowball comes in. Looks like Snapfire going to be able to cookie over the ice shards, but not going to be able to take it down there. So nice retreat from Microsoft. They get out by the skin of their teeth. I gotta say, I mean, that was a pretty. It was pretty close. I think like they should have just stayed top and then let the tower go, and they shouldn't have given up the Jakira's life, and that would have been like the best outcome for them. But they get mostly what they came for. They just lose a Jakiro. They did force a lot of TPs as well, so making sure that Amazon can't try and throw the T3s. But now Troll, he's gonna take the Roche. And this is huge. They had no idea this is happening on the side of Microsoft, and it's down already. See if they found the it's not T3 items, but you know, if this Troll finds a Paladin sword, I think this game is guaranteed to be over. I think that item is like way too good on Troll. It's really like it really is like one of those items that just like breaks the hero. And if you don't get it, it's really unlucky. Alright, Bristleback, he's in a lot of trouble, slowed down significantly by the E-Blade. And Troll, he's looking for a root. He hasn't gotten it yet. He gets it now. And this Bristleback, he's going to get pet root. The Stampede popped as well. So move in front, Bristle not turning around. And Flaming Panda will go down. And Troll able to run away from this Static Link as well. 62 damage stolen. Arju goes down in the back lines by the flank. And now the rest of Microsoft, they're surrounded on all sides. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of this. Danky, he should not blow his ultimate for this. But Snowball in, and he actually does use his ultimate. He's going to stay alive for a little bit longer, but the Chain Frost comes out, going to finish him off. Series Zero Killer will end up going down, but they used the Chrono, didn't get much for it. This is a huge kill for Amazon. Alright, and Dump Hubs, he's just gonna run up to the Razor here. This is bad. Razor? No, okay. It's the Bristle who bought back. Razor gets taken out. He blown up by the E-Blade and Unknown. Gonna kill the Bristleback as well. This Bristleback's gonna die back 77 seconds on the sidelines. They can go high ground off this. They're gonna get at least one Rax. Possibly send one person to go mid to help take this tower. And they'll be able to pick up both. Or they can go bot as well. They're gonna get at least one Rax. This Bristol is down for a long time. It seems like they're gonna play it safe though. I think they can definitely get something out of this. I think Troll's gonna go for this mid tower instead. They can still pick up the bounty runes at the bot as well. What's that? Yeah, okay, this is like the thing over here showed the old talents, but then this is the new talent. So most things nerfed by 20%. Oh wow, that's is that even worth it? 0.4 second horse punch duration.
Well, I tried.
Alright, Paladin Sword for the troll. This game is officially over. This troll just needs to buy a Satanic and he's done farming. Gonna go for it. A Shadow Blade actually. Which is a little bit weird. He's definitely not having any trouble getting on top of people or escaping. No, pick up the Paladin Sword. Alright, more fast Paladin Sword. I guess this is okay too. I just feel like it's better on the troll. He's already got this S and Y for like some lifesteal amp, so it's just like built on top of it. Telescope for the Lich will be pretty great for him. I don't know, I feel like Microsoft, they just need to do better in their laning phase. I mean, this is a pretty hard game for them, I think draft wise. This Morphling really screwed them over. It's not, I don't know, it's not just the Morphling though. Like these two supports, they don't have a way to start fights, which is a big problem. Like they just have this Tusk who's been snowballing in non-stop many times on his own and just like getting the shards, whereas like what's this Jakiro going to do? He has no items at all with a clumsy net, but like the range is so small on this, and Jakiro is not one to buy cast range items. E-Blade Shocker comes out, the Chrono comes out, but it's not going to catch the buff. They're going to try and go for the buff, but he's already strength morphing. They actually do a ton of damage to him, but he's fully strength morph up. The Chain Frost comes out now. Anshu and Stanky get blown up here. God give Bob Ross to go down as well, and it's only the Faceless Void with buyback. They missed the Chrono on the Morphling, and they got wiped. Yeah, like, when you play Faceless Void, you don't want him to be the one to start the fight, unless, like, he's an off-lane Faceless Void, but then, like, you don't really see that anymore. Like, you need to use the Chrono Speed to close out the fights, and usually, that means that the fight's already started. It's pretty unlikely you're going to be able to get multiple people in a Chrono Speed unless, like, the enemy's out of position. I mean, even then, he got the Centaur and the Tusk, but they're so tanky. He doesn't have that much damage yet. And Jakiro gonna go down here. Satanic picked up now for Dump Pubs, so he's officially invincible. Mega Creeps come out. Bristleback getting rooted. Another root on Stanky Danky. What about the E-Blade shot? And he already used Time Walk, so he got rooted again. He's dead. He's got buyback, but no Chrono Speed. Nix. What's this? I'm balling in hot. What? Nobody really uses these effigies anymore. At your service, that's Juggernaut. I feel like these in-game items, like they don't drop anymore, right? It's like really weird. Like back in like Source 1 Dota, like you just get random items drop, and now you have to pay for everything, which is kind of sad. I mean, it's a 34k gold lead. It's been at 100% for quite some time now. I think ever since that the events at this tower. I mean, that was pretty beautiful. They caught the Snapfire in the back lines. They killed the Bristle Seller in front lines, and they kind of just like completely surrounded them. You know, like
sick and wicked.
It was a pretty nice maneuver. Oh, Jakiro died again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Jakiro right now. I feel like this hero is... You have low expectations for this hero, and then the few times you actually hit Ice Path, it's like... It still doesn't matter. Alright, Charles is gonna run in with the DD. He's just gonna blow up this Snapfire. First hit route there. Actually hasn't killed the Snapfire yet. He's losing a ton of damage to this Razor, but he still has 172 bonus damage even after losing 151. So this guy's damage is through the roof. It doesn't really matter if Razor steals your damage. You still have tons of it. And GG is finally called. That was a pretty rough game for Microsoft. I don't know, they just don't have any way to start fights. It's very difficult. I think they made some pretty decent moves throughout the mid game, like trying to get them back into the game. I really liked how Flaming Panda was able to like pull back a really difficult lane. He actually got a double kill out of, actually got 3 kills from a slightly overconfident Troll Warlord, but it just wasn't really enough to bring himself back in the game. They got crushed in their lane so hard. Like just from the get-go, a goal disadvantage.